In this video, we will know how does vritti or modification of the mind influence our life. First, we will know that chitta is the sum total of the mind, and mind have different level, where the basic mind is called ahamkara or the ego, the I feeling. This ahamkara gives rise to the intellect or discriminative faculty, which is called buddhi, and another stage is called manas, the desiring part of the mind that gets attracted to the outside things through the senses. Now, we will know how does vritti or modification of the mind influence us. Suppose you are quietly sitting and enjoying the solitudeness. Then a nice smell comes from the kitchen. At that moment, Manasha records, I'm getting a nice smell from somewhere. The Buddhi discriminate. What is that smell? I think it's cheese. What kind of cheese? Is this Swiss cheese? Yes, it's Swiss cheese. Then, once the Buddhi decide, yes, it's a nice piece of Swiss cheese, like I enjoyed in the Switzerland last year, the Ahamkara says, oh, is it so? Then I should have some now. These three things happen one at a time, but so quickly that we seldom distinguish between them. This modification give rise to the effort to get the cheese. Now, mind won't go back to its original peaceful condition until you fulfill the want which was created by the mind by peeping into the kitchen and eat the cheese. So, normally we are in peaceful condition. This is the natural condition of the mind. But the modification of the mind disturbed that peace. All the differences of the outside world are the outcome of our mental modification. For example, imagine you have not seen your father since your birth, and one day he returned back when you were 10 years old. He knocks at the door. By opening it, you found a man who is totally unknown to you, who is a stranger to you. Then you run to your mamma, saying that, Mamma, Mamma, there is a stranger at the door. Your mamma comes and sees her long lost husband, and with all joys, she hugs her husband and introduces him as your father. Then you say, Oh, my father. A few minutes before, he was a stranger to you, and now he became your father. Did he change into your father? No, he is the same person. You created the idea of stranger and then into your daddy. That's all. Another example is about the prisoners. The prisoners always feel imprisoned and anxiously wait to get out of the jail. Anyhow, but if we look at the guards of the prison, we see that they are also within the same wall, though they are let out at night, but they return back to their workplace in the morning. They love to come, but those who are imprisoned would love to get out. The enclosure is the same. To the guards, this is not a prison, but to the prisoners, it is. Why? Is there any changes in the world? No. To the prisoners, it is a prison, and to the guards, it is a place to work, to earn. It is the mental attitude. But instead of imprisonment, if you think this is a place for your reformation where you have been given a chance to change your attitude in life, to reform and purify yourself, you will be loved to be in the prison until you feel purified. There is a saying in Sanskrit, Mana eva manushyanam karanam bandha moksha. That means the way we think, so we become. Bondage or liberation are in our own mind. There is nothing wrong with the world. we can make it heaven or a hell according to our approach. This is why the entire yoga is based on Chitta Vritti Nirodha. If you control your mind, you have control everything. There is nothing to bind you. Pranam.